All right, chicos, I'm gonna talk about vosotros commands now. Now, vosotros commands really shouldn't be too crazy for us to understand. Um, that really is, it's very simple. It is you essentially are taking the R of the infinitive and replacing it with a D. So you can see a good example here, bailar, bailar right here. It's an AR verb, which, I mean, actually doesn't even matter. Just we're getting rid of the R. The R is gonna go away and we're gonna replace it with a D for affirmative vosotros commands, that is. So if you are to make it a negative one, now hopefully you recognize this. We've got that ending to it, E with an accent, IS. That is the opposite ending of an AR verb. So this is the subjunctive form. So basically, vosotros, this should be a simple video. If it's an affirmative command and you want people to do something, you replace the R of the infinitive with a D. You know, eat, instead of comer, you're going to say comed with a D at the end. Comed. When you have, you know, you want to say speak, hablar, it's going to be hablad. Hablad. No, right? Escribir, escribid, with a D at the end. The negative commands, however, are formed with the subjunctive. So, AR verb, we're going to have the E with an accent, IS ending. As you can see here, no bailes. If it were an ER verb, like comer, you know, no comáis. A with an accent, IS would be the ending of that. Pretty simple. Now, when it gets into the reflexive verbs, when we're talking about, remember, when we're talking about reflexive verbs, you are going to have to attach object pronouns to an affirmative command. So if you had an affirmative command that was a reflexive verb, the object pronoun, reflexive object pronoun for vosotros is os, as you see here. It's the os, os. So you're going to, whoopsie, sorry. You are going to add os to your command. What is unique about this one, though, is you get rid of the D. You're not going to have an R or a D at the end. So like this is levantar with an R. We're actually just going to kind of get rid of the R, and then we add our object pronoun, which is os, right? Os, and we have levantaos. We have got right, as you can see there. Negative commands, still same deal. The object pronoun goes before the conjugated verb. So negative command, os is your object pronoun for vosotros form, and then you still just use your typical vosotros subjunctive conjugation. So, you know, this would work for any reflexive verb, apurarse, you know, to hurry up, to rush, to hasten, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but apurarse. In the to command, it's apúrate, apúrate. You just add the te, it's an object pronoun. Te goes with the to command. But if it were plural and it made vosotros, and pretty much just we're talking in Spain, if you made that plural, apurad is what you would think we should hit. Maybe I'll write that over here. We've got apurarse. So it's a reflexive verb. You know, to make it vosotros affirmative command, we would go apurad with a D. But when it's reflexive, when we have, and it's an affirmative command to actually do it, not to not do it, we will not use that D. We'll get rid of the D and we'll add os to it. So there's your command, apuraos. This is, you know, hurry up, guys. This is plural. Okay. And then you can see at the very bottom, we've got a pretty fun one. It's irregular only because the D stays. So when we had our, you know, if you have ear, if you think about ear, what's the conjugation? You replace the R with a D. You'll have id, I-D, replace it. And then you are supposed to get rid of the D when you add os to it. But in this case, you don't do that. You keep the D there. So that's why it's irregular. So, you know, if you're saying like leave from here, you know, idos. So that one's an irregular one. Not that big of a change, just the D stays on it.